Life's more fun at A&W. No better way to start the day. It felt good to spend some time with the family this morning before heading back to work here. And today we're gonna take off where we left off. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to take care of today, such as going to Home Depot, also heading to the eco station to throw away all that stuff because it's in the way. We're gonna be laying carpet tile and that stuff needs to go so I can mop back there, clean up that floor, prep it for the carpet tile. I also need to do some other stuff. I'll have to refer to my list because I can't even remember. Oh yeah, first and foremost, I've got to do some editing this morning. Paul and I were here till like 8:45 last night, so I really didn't have enough time or enough energy to wrap up yesterday's video. So that's the first thing I've got to take care of today. Oh yeah, another thing I'm going to do today is actually apply the final coat of paint to these shelves. And I'm glad I didn't the other day because I was talking to Paul and he says, oh, if you're doing the final coat, what you want to do is take some very fine sandpaper, give it a light sand, and then wipe it with a wet rag, and then grab a new roller and a clean paint tray and paint it so that you know there's no clumps, there's no hair, there's no debris. It'll just give it the smoothest finish. So I'm glad I didn't just rush into it like an amateur and give it a third coat using the old paint and without the sanding, because it's just gonna get rid of like all of the imperfections and little bumps and stuff. And then the fresh paint will make it look beauty. So I actually need to head over to the eco station. I think that's priority number one because I've got to get rid of all that junk. The Bricksie mobile's loaded up yet again, and this is why I can't have nice things. I'd say this is a pretty good look for the CRV, hey? Not bad at all. The big question is, who in their right mind threw this beautiful sofa away? Could have used that. You want to see something annoying? I'm here at Home Depot, and I need more of this for the baseboard. So I can buy a pack of 10 for $53, or I can buy a single piece for $20.98. I only need 2 pieces. I don't need 10, but I'm at the point where it's like, I may as well just get 10. Me being me, didn't buy either of those things because I don't need 8 additional pieces of wood that I don't know what I would do with, and I'm not paying $22 for a single length. That is crazy. Like that's out to lunch. I can go to a different hardware store and get what I need for much cheaper. All right, what's up next? I've got to prep this area for carpet by cleaning it, and I've been using this vacuum right here that I got from Canadian Tire for $80, like so cheap, and it is a beast. Like look at this thing. It's a monster. For $80, not too bad at all. I've just been going around scraping off all like the mud and dirt and sucking it up with that. It's just beauty. Now that that area is all cleaned up, I can go around with a Sharpie and start drawing out the grid for the glue that will hold down the carpet tile. I'm just thinking that would be smart to do because there's no wet glue on the ground right now, so it would be easy. Also, it's quite the time-consuming process, and if it was done in advance, then we can lay carpet tile even quicker. I've just got to wait for the ground to dry. So I think I'm going to start applying the third coat of paint to these shelves. It's all sanded and wiped down. I've got a fresh roller and also a fresh paint tray. And I learned this little trick on YouTube not too long ago. How do I prevent a mess like that? I made a little spout using painter's tape. It's one of the only things I don't like about painting is the mess. Oh, paint gets everywhere. Here's a quick look at the cabinets before their third coat. You can see like around the edges where it's cut in, it looks pretty good, but you can still see some of that MDF color popping through in the mid sections of the shelves and the back wall and all that. So I'm thinking a third coat is just gonna make it look super clean. And here it is after. I think that third coat is all that is required. Definitely don't need a fourth. That would be a little bit overkill. Still drying in places, but I think it looks pretty good. There we go, 3 coats of paint on these shelves. Oh my gosh, it took quite a bit of time and patience, but it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy that I decided to paint them. And that paint there is very common, plus I have a 1/4 gallon left, so if I need to touch up some areas, it's not a big deal. Now I'm gonna start drawing some lines. Actually, I forgot to pack a lunch. It's already 3 o'clock. And I should probably eat because laying carpet is hard work and I'm gonna get hungry. I had to do it before getting some lunch. Come on, the lines had to be done because then when I get back here, Paul will give me a text saying, hey, I'm leaving the job site, I'm half an hour away or 45 minutes away or whatever it may be, and then I can spread the glue so that the glue has time to get sticky, and then right when he gets here, we can start laying carpet tile. Now at this point, like, I'm experienced enough that I could just do this on my own. Like, there's not any serious crazy cuts here. We just got to take a bit off the end of one that goes up against the drywall, and then take a bit off of one on the end that goes up against the cinder block there. But it's just way easier to do with two people because it's a big job. You're on your knees, you gotta draw all the lines, like make all your markings, and you gotta spread all the glue, you gotta clean up all the glue, and then you've gotta lay all the carpet tile and do all the specialty cuts. It just goes way faster with two people. And it's just more enjoyable. Doing it on your own would sort of suck. Oh, I just got the text message that Paul's on his way, so I've got to start laying glue. I guess there's just no time to eat. I don't know why I left it till like last minute here. I don't know, I got sidetracked, you know? I'm just having so much fun doing this and feel so accomplished that sometimes you just forget to do stuff. Luckily for me, I've got a big old bag of Costco trailer mix here, and a banana, and an orange, and an apple, and some cookies. So there you go, I can makeshift one together here. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Bam, problem solved. Plus, did you see the size of that breakfast I had this morning? I'm good to go. There we go, we're all set up for the next 4 rows. We're running out of glue, but look at all that tile that we laid. And we've got 1, 2, 3 more ready to go. We're marking out some more lines here, and I'm gonna go to Home Depot for the second time today because we're gonna get some more glue and potentially finish it tonight. See, I almost just got caught cheaping out here. The one for $38, which is this one, says that it has different uses. You can read them right there, but I don't see the vinyl backed carpet tiles on that list. Whereas the $60 one, I do see vinyl backed carpet tiles. See right here. Vinyl planks, solid vinyl sheet flooring, and then vinyl backed carpet tiles. So may as well get this one here because it specifically says that it's gonna work for that. I'd hate to get this, do it all, then be like, oh my gosh, the carpet tiles are popping up everywhere. So you gotta get the expensive stuff. It is what it is. And I'm gonna be back at Home Depot in the very near future because once the renovation's done and I got those front rooms cleaned, I'm gonna buy some big doormats just to stow away the outdoor shoes and slap on the indoor shoes. Paul's over there gluing, so I'm just gonna take my time. No, I'm just kidding. We gotta get this glue back stat so we can continue. This is where we're at so far. We're applying the last glue, but now we've got to wait for it to get a little bit tacky. So I've got to keep myself busy with another job. I'm gonna chop up these old school 2x6s and throw them in the back of my vehicle. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we did get a 14-foot piece and it was much cheaper than Home Depot. I think it's also time to move my desk upstairs. The Home Depot glue doesn't dry as fast. It's already 8:45 at night. But we've got to get it done now, we're committed. So we're just gonna start laying it. It's not fully dry, but it should be good enough. I wheeled this table in here. It's pretty cool seeing the Lego City. Well, the little miniature version of it on the carpet. And then up here, I set up my little desk. I don't want to put anything on these cabinets yet because the paint is still curing and I don't want to like scratch it. I'm probably gonna wait like, I don't know, a few days probably. I don't want to start rubbing things on there and scratching up this beautiful paint job that I did. Yeah, look at that. Desk, chair, shows you how big it is down here, or up here I should say. And that shows you how big it is down there. You gotta think each one of those carpet tiles is 4 square feet. No word of a lie, I'm just pulling into my driveway right now. It's been a long day, but a great day. So I managed to capture the entire carpet install on time lapse, so it's pretty cool. We're gonna be able to see this place transform. First off, starting here in the mezzanine, gotta clean that floor and lay the glue, let it dry. That glue, oh my gosh, it gets everywhere. I accidentally stepped in it so many times and like my shoes are just covered in glue. That's why sometimes you'll see me like wearing socks because I don't want to get glue on this fresh carpet, man. But yeah, as you see it go together there, it really just sort of brings this area to life. We're doing it in a checker pattern, so we are alternating the way the lines go. And there's actually two different types of lines on this carpet. There's like the ones where like the browns and the blues, and then there's like these faint white lines as well. Now that the mezzanine is done, it's time to start downstairs, essentially doing the exact same thing, just laying the massive grid of glue. And now Paul and I were actually pretty experienced with the laying of this stuff, so we're able to do it both at the same time. When we were doing the mezzanine, we were actually just laying the same carpet tile, like there's two of us doing the same one, making sure that we got it perfectly aligned. But now we can just cook through it pretty quickly. So that was actually 2 days. We did the mezzanine space in 1 day, and then we did the first half of the Lego City space in 1 day as well. Well, they actually weren't days, they were evenings. We were doing this at night. So I got home pretty late both nights, and so did Paul. Big shout out to Paul for helping me out with the carpet install. He's a contractor that's very knowledgeable in like all fields, and he's installed a ton of carpet tile and various flooring. So he sort of taught me everything he knows in the subject. Well, not quite everything, but a lot. And we were able to crush it out pretty quickly together. And we managed to do all of the carpet in 3 days. Like, I'm absolutely blown away by that. Oh, once again, it's not days, it's 3 evenings, which is even more impressive if you ask me. But working our way to the back of the Lego City space by that big garage door, cutting our last few pieces, and boom, the carpet install is done. After getting all that carpet laid, I headed back up here, moved some stuff around, and then I got to cleaning along with my friend the shark here. He was vacuuming up here while I vacuumed down there. I also fired up one of my largest air purifiers right over here, and that's doing a great job of removing all the dust that's in the air, because I'm officially on mission cleanup. But seriously, everybody, how good does this carpet tile look up here and also down there? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got it done last night. That was incredible. Like, wow. Originally, I wasn't thinking of doing carpet down here. I thought I was just going to leave it as concrete, but I'm really happy that I decided to move forward with the carpet tile, because it just sort of finishes it off. It looks so much better than that ugly concrete that was all beat up. And also, it's going to be a little bit easier on the joints. For example, when I was installing it, sometimes I was kneeling on the cement and I really felt it on my knees. But then when I kneeled on the vinyl back carpet tile, I was like, hey, this is actually not too bad at all. So for the most part, it's all done, but we still have to do one more thing, and that's actually the baseboard that's going to go along here. It's a 6-inch piece of MDF that we cut and paint, and it's actually right over there. And what we're going to do is have that run all along here, covering up all that ugly stuff, and then it's going to be continued right here up against the door, around the corner, and up to that tile there. So it's sort of going to look seamless. A nice white baseboard running along the entire bottom. Some people have mentioned that I should paint it blue, but I think I'm going to leave it as white. It's just going to be a nice way to finish off the wall. And when we get the tables in here, because remember, we're going to be putting some massive tables in here for the Lego City, I think you won't even really notice it. And I just think that it's going to be a nice accent along the bottom and finish it. So I'm sort of sold on that. That's probably what I'm going to do. And if I don't like it when I install it, well, then I can run some painter's poly along the base of it and I can paint it blue. No big deal. Now the tables that are going to go in here are actually going to be sort of right up to there. So there's about 2 carpet tile walkway around the entire perimeter. That's about 48 inches or so. And the tables are going to fill this entire area. So we're going to be able to walk like this. It's sort of easier to visualize with the carpet tile. And then in the back here, I plan on leaving approximately 3 carpet tiles. So the city will probably start right about there, just because we have the man door and also the big garage door. Now the carpet tile does go pretty close to that garage door, but we did leave about 2 inches there, just in case some moisture does come through. And also, I didn't glue these ones down so that if moisture does come through, I can remove those. Because the last thing I would want is these to get wet and the water to start wicking into the carpet. So we made those ones removable, and we didn't go right up against the garage door, which I think was a good call. Now there's a bunch of leftover glue, and there's also a bunch of leftover carpet tiles. So if I want to swap some of these out, for example, if I'm like, this one, the corner, it won't go down on it. I can't fix it. You know, I put extra glue on there, but it still won't go down. Well, then I can just swap it out with a different carpet tile. Or if I notice one's really worn and it's in one of my walkways on the side here, I'm like, oh my gosh, this one's so worn. I don't like this one. I can very easily swap it up as well. But one of the other reasons why I wanted to use carpet is because this entire area is pretty much going to be covered with tables anyways. So it didn't really matter. It was just to sort of finish it off and give it a nice clean look. Like, how good does it look though with the sky background, the Lego in the center, and then the beautiful carpet just to tie it all together. Here's all my leftover carpet tiles. So these ones are the good ones that I could use. There's also the leftover glue there. And then we have some of the damaged carpet tiles over here. So they're either really worn, they're cut up, or they're just like frayed, or they have punctures coming through them. All of those I'm just gonna throw away. So it looks like I'll be doing another load to the dump. Yes! I'll also be throwing away this big pile of garbage which has already accumulated here today, along with the sink and the toilet. And then I'll also bring this sink and toilet when we get around to installing the new washroom. So I've got another couple loads to the dump. But good news, everybody, this room right here is officially empty. So all I've got to do now is sweep it, mop it, clean it, get it ready for shelving. And then I can do the same to this room when we're done painting and get all this painting supplies out of here. And when we're done installing the baseboard / trim, so that we can get this out of here. And when I go to the dump and get all of that stuff out of here, then I can clean this room and get it ready for shelving as well. So holy cow, we are definitely getting there. I can't wait to turn this into a storage room and this into a really nice washroom, because we've got a beautiful sink right over here, which is going to be perfect for cleaning Lego, and a beauty of a toilet. I'm hyped about that. Look how easy it's going to be to clean. I need one of those in my house. That is so cool. But there we go, everybody. It is one of the most exciting days here in the Lego studio, because we officially have all of the carpet installed, and we are very, very close to the end of this project. In fact, the next video will most likely be the end of the construction series that I've been doing here on the YouTube channel. It's been a really exciting month and a half. This is by far the biggest and most expensive project that I've ever taken on, but let me tell you, I think it's epic. I have no regrets, and I think pretty much all the choices that I've made have been pretty solid, and I think the outcome of everything is just beauty. Look at that. Wait till it's full of colorful Lego. I can't wait. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future. Farewell.